Age is generally not a negative factor in becoming an apprentice. Some unions do have age limits, but they typically range from 18 to 35 years old. It is important to confirm with the local union. Education in electric-related classes will give a strong foundation. Firstly, electrical theory and circuits is important. Secondly, electrical safety is very important. Thirdly, electrical equipment and materials knowledge is key. Fourthly, blueprint reading is helpful. There are two main apprenticeship options, union and non-union. Considering union apprenticeship, there are pros and cons. The pros are a structured training program within the job experience and classroom instruction. Higher earning potential and benefits are possible. Union support and representation is available. The cons are a competitive application process. You may have to travel for work. Considering non-union apprenticeship, again there are pros and cons. The pros are more flexibility and potentially faster advancement. This may allow for more hands-on training. The cons are less structured training and support. Lower earning potential and benefits may be expected. Prepare a resume and cover letter to highlight your relevant skills and experience. Practice answers to common interview questions. Questions such as why are you interested in becoming an electrician, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and how do you handle working under pressure are common. Be enthusiastic, confident, and willing to learn. Dress professionally and arrive on time for the interview. Network with electricians and industry professionals at job fairs, career workshops, and local events. Get involved in industry organizations like the National Electrical Contractors Association, known as NECA, or the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, known as IBU. Stay up to date in the latest electrical codes and technologies. Be persistent and do not give up. Applying for apprenticeships can take time and effort. Electrical theory covers the fundamental principles that govern the behavior of electricity. This includes concepts such as voltage, current, resistance, and power. Understanding these concepts is crucial for analyzing and designing electrical circuits. Electrical circuits are the pathways through which electricity flows. There are two main types of circuits, series and parallel. In a series circuit, components are connected in a single path, so the same current flows through each component. In a parallel circuit, components are connected in multiple paths, so the current divides among the paths. Electrical safety is paramount in the electrical industry. Electricians must be aware of the hazards associated with electricity and take precautions to protect themselves and others. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. It also includes following safe work practices, such as energizing circuits before working on them. Electrical equipment and materials are the components that make up electrical systems. This includes items such as wires, cables, conduit, boxes, and fittings. It also includes electrical devices such as switches, receptacles, and lighting fixtures. Electricians must be familiar with the different types of electrical equipment and materials and how to use them properly. Blueprint reading is the ability to interpret electrical drawings and diagrams. Blueprints are used to communicate the design of electrical systems. Electricians must be able to read blueprints in order to install and maintain electrical systems correctly. The National Electrical Code, known as the NEC, is a set of standards for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years. The electricians must be familiar with the NEC in order to ensure that their work meets safety standards. Voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points in the circuit. It is the driving force that causes current to flow. Voltage is measured in volts. Current is the rate of flow of electric charge. It is measured in amps. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of current. It is measured in ohms. Power is the rate at which electrical energy is transferred. It is measured in watts. Ohm's law is a fundamental law of electricity that relates voltage, current, and resistance. Ohm's law states that voltage equals current times resistance, or volts equals amps times ohms. Series circuits have several key characteristics. Firstly, the current is the same throughout the circuit. Secondly, the total resistance is the sum of the individual resistances. Thirdly, the total voltage is the sum of the individual voltages. Parallel circuits also have several key characteristics. Firstly, the voltage is the same across each branch. Secondly, the total current is the sum of the individual branch currents. Thirdly, the reciprocal of the total resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances. Personal protective equipment, known as PPE, is essential for electrical safety. Common PPE includes gloves, safety glasses, and hard hats. Gloves should be made of rubber and should be rated for the voltage that may be encountered. Safety glasses should be worn to protect the eyes from flying debris. Hard hats should be worn to protect the head from impacts. Safe work practices are crucial for preventing electrical accidents. One important safe work practice is to de-energize circuits before working on them. This means turning off the power to the circuit at the breaker or fuse box. Another important safe work practice is to use lockout-tagout procedures. Lockout-tagout procedures are used to ensure that circuits remain de-energized while work is being performed. Wires and cables are used to conduct electricity. Wires are typically made of copper or aluminum. Cables consist of two or more wires that are insulated and bundled together. Conduit is a protective tubing that is used to enclose wires and cables. Conduit can be made of metal or plastic. Boxes and fittings are used to connect wires and cables to electrical devices. Boxes are typically made of metal or plastic. Fittings are used to connect conduit to boxes and devices. Switches are used to control the flow of electricity. There are many different types of switches, including toggle switches, rocker switches, and dimmer switches. Receptacles are used to provide a point of connection for electrical devices. There are two main types of receptacles, 120 volt and 240 volt. Lighting fixtures are used to provide illumination. There are many different types of lighting fixtures, including incandescent lamps, fluorescent lamps, and light-emitting diode lamps. The National Electrical Code, Section 310.15, addresses the ampacity of conductors. Ampacity is the maximum current in amps that a conductor can carry continuously under specific conditions of use without exceeding its temperature rating. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of conductors based on their size, insulation type, and insulation method. The NEC Section 250.118 covers types of equipment grounding conductors. Equipment grounding conductors are used to provide a path for fault current to return to the source. This helps to protect people from electric shock. The NEC Section 408.36 discusses overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are used to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. The overloads occur when too much current flows through a circuit. Short circuits occur when there is an unintended connection between two conductors. The NEC Section 110.3 covers examination, identification, installation, and use of equipment. This section requires that electrical equipment be installed and used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. It also requires that the equipment be properly identified and marked. The NEC Section 210.12 addresses arc fault circuit interrupter protection, known as SI. SIs are used to protect against arc faults, which are dangerous electrical faults that can cause fires. SIs are required in many areas of the home, such as bedrooms and living rooms. The NEC Section 210.8 covers ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel, known as GFCI. GFCIs are used to protect people from electric shock. GFCIs are required in many areas of the home, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. Understanding voltage drop is important for proper circuit design. Voltage drop is the decrease in voltage that occurs along a conductor due to its resistance. Excessive voltage drop can cause equipment to malfunction. The NEC provides guidelines for limiting voltage drop in electrical circuits. Three-phase power is a type of alternating current power that is commonly used in industrial and commercial applications. Three-phase power is more efficient than single-phase power. It requires 3 conductors instead of 2. Transformers are used to step up or step down voltage levels. Step-up transformers increase voltage. Step-down transformers decrease voltage. Transformers are used in a variety of applications, such as power distribution and electronic devices. Electrical motors convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. There are many different types of electrical motors, including alternating current motors and direct current motors. Electrical motors are used in a wide range of applications, such as appliances, power tools, and industrial equipment. Generators convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Generators are used to provide backup power in case of a power outage. They are also used in remote locations where there is no access to the electrical grid. Programmable logic controllers, known as PLC, are used to control automated systems. PLC are used in a variety of applications, such as manufacturing, process control, and building automation. Human-machine interfaces, known as HMI, are used to allow humans to interact with automated systems. HMI can be touchscreens, keyboards, or other input devices. Variable frequency drives, known as VFD, are used to control the speed of electrical motors. VFD can save energy by reducing the speed of motors when they are not needed to run at full speed. Electricians should stay up to date on the latest technologies in the electrical industry. This includes technologies such as smart grids, renewable energy, and energy storage. Electricians who are knowledgeable about these technologies will be in high demand. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, known as IBU, is a labor union that represents electricians and other electrical workers. The IBU provides training, benefits, and representation for its members. The National Electrical Contractors Association, known as NECA, is a trade association that represents electrical contractors. NECA provides resources and support for its members. Apprenticeships are a great way to learn the electrical trade. Apprenticeships combine on-the-job training with classroom instruction. Apprentices typically work under the supervision of a qualified electrician. Becoming a licensed electrician requires completing an apprenticeship and passing an exam. Licensing requirements vary by state and locality. Continuing education is important for electricians to stay up to date on the latest codes and technologies. Many states and localities require electricians to complete continuing education courses in order to maintain their licenses. Networking with other electricians can be a valuable way to learn about new job opportunities and to stay up to date on the latest trends in the industry. Electricians can network by attending industry events, joining professional organizations, and participating in online forums. Problem solving is an essential skill for electricians. Electricians are often called upon to troubleshoot electrical problems and to find solutions. Electricians must be able to think critically and to use their knowledge of electricity to solve problems. Customer service is also an important skill for electricians. Electricians often work directly with customers, so they must be able to communicate effectively and to provide excellent customer service. Safety is always the top priority for electricians. Electricians must be aware of the hazards associated with electricity and to take precautions to protect themselves and others. A strong work ethic is essential for success in the electrical trade. Electricians must be reliable, hardworking, and willing to learn. A positive attitude can go a long way in the electrical trade. Electricians who are positive and enthusiastic are more likely to be successful. The electrical trade is a challenging but rewarding career. Electricians who are skilled, knowledgeable, and hard-working can enjoy a long and successful career.